Alright, y'all, let me hit y'all off with my predictions for the 2020 Grammys. Y'all ready? It's lit.
I came to vibe, you came to function, just do that, baby. Don't worry about nothing, no. I came to vibe, you came to function, just do that, baby. Don't worry about nothing, no.
What's good, y'all? It's your boy Bright here, the R&B kid. I'm back again for another video for y'all. So this is gonna be like a part 2 or like a follow-up to my last video, which was my first mukbang, which I did of me reacting to the 2020 Grammy nominations this year. So that was a video that I love doing. I felt like it was a vibe. I love doing it. I'm definitely gonna continue to do mukbangs in the future, but for now I'm just doing a regular video. And this, so like I said, this will be a video of me talking about my predictions for the 2020 Grammys. I want to give them to y'all. Let y'all digest them, see what y'all think about them. So I'm actually a little bit sick, y'all. I'm getting through a cold, so if I sound weird, I'm sorry, but you know, bear with me. And also, this is like my third time trying to film this damn video. Like the first time I filmed it was way too long, so I wanted to redo it. And the second time I did it, like it was fine, but like I got cut off, so I had to stop filming it. Like, so this is like my third time trying to film this video, but I'm here dedicated for y'all. But yeah, man, for every category I'll talk about all the categories I care about, and for each category I'll say who I think will win the Grammy, who I think should win, my spoiler in the category, or my potential spoilers in the category, and also who I think were my surprises and snubs in the category. So I'll try and do that for every category, man. But yeah, man, I don't think there's anything else I gotta say, so let me stop rambling. Yeah, man, so yeah, let's get into it. My 2020 Grammy predictions. Y'all ready? Let's go. Alright, y'all, so first category, we're gonna do record of the year. So for record of the year, who I think will win, Old Town Road by Lil Nas X and Billy Ray Cyrus. I know a lot of y'all will probably think that's a travesty, and a lot of y'all think it's a lightweight song, but when I think of a song that really defined 2019, really just defined this whole past Grammy period, I would give it to Old Town Road. And I also think that's the song that should win too. There's a great chance that it won't win, but I do think it will win, and I do think it should win. You know, Lil Nas X, he's a brand new artist. A lot of people don't think he's gonna have a long career. A lot of people think he's gonna be like just a 2-hit wonder. That's fine, but for what he achieved with Old Town Road, I think he just definitely deserves it. And it also will be a great way to honor Billy Ray Cyrus, who has never won a Grammy too. So I think all around, I think Old Town Road is taking record of the year. But my potential spoilers in this category, definitely Bad Guy by Billie Eilish, definitely has a shot, as well as Truth Hurts by Lizzo, who I think will be in my run-up position right now, and also Sunflower by Post Malone and Sway Lee. All those 3 songs definitely have a shot to be the spoiler, but I think this is going to go to Old Town Road. My surprise in this category, definitely Hey Ma by Bon Iver and Hard Place by Her. I was really surprised to see both of these songs in here. Hey Ma is like, it's not a bad song, but I don't think it should have been a record of the year, but shout out to Bon Iver. But I think that's just a boring song that no one really heard like that, so I feel like that was a precious spot that was taken up by a really random song in my opinion. Hard Place by Her, a really welcome surprise. I'm very happy for her, but I was hella surprised. I was like, hers Hard Place? Like, I didn't see it coming, but I'm happy for the nomination. Definitely a great song. If anything, I would have maybe just placed it in song of the year and not record of the year, but I'm still happy for her because it's a great record. My snubs in this category, definitely 21 Savage and J. Cole with A Lot, Gary Clark Jr. with This Land, Shawn Mendes and Camila Cabello with Senorita, and Jonas Brothers with Sucker. All those songs were, I'm not surprised they weren't nominated, but definitely were on the bubble. So those are my snubs in that category. So yeah, man, this is Old Town Roads to take from me. But let me know who y'all think is winning record of the year down below. Alright, y'all, now we're on to Song of the Year. So for Song of the Year, which is the Songwriters Award, I think the song that will win is going to be Truth Hurts by Lizzo. As funny as I never thought I would be saying that, but I thought about it for a while, and it just makes sense to me that I could totally see Truth Hurts being the winner of Song of the Year. It's one of the only #1 songs in the category, and also it's one of the, besides Old Town Road and Bad Guy, I feel like Truth Hurts is one of the most like omnipresent songs of the year. So I definitely, and I just love the way it was written and constructed. A lot of people think it's a lightweight song, but I just think Truth Hurts, the magic of the song is in the way it was really written and constructed, and not just the DNA test line, but really the whole song. I think it's just really well written, and it's fun, and it was just constructed well to the point where it's a freaking classic hit. So I think they will honor it in Song of the Year, and I also think that's the song that should win too. But my potential spoilers in this category, definitely again Bad Guy by Billie Eilish, even though I think that'll be a trash win, because I think Bad Guy to me is more of a vibe, and it's more of a production, and it's more about the vocals, and it's not really about the lyrics. But it's also was one of the only number one songs in the category. And also the other number one song in the category, which is Someone You Love by Lewis Capaldi. I could definitely see it snatching this award out of nowhere, and I wouldn't be mad at that, but I'm still pulling for Truth Hurts in this category. My surprises, definitely Bring My Flowers Now by Tanya Tucker. But I heard that song. It's a beautiful record, beautiful song that I'm so glad I actually landed this nomination, because it's definitely deserved. It's such a beautifully written and just heart crushing, but really really a song that you can really learn from and listen to and just get your feels from. Great record. Hard Place by her again. Welcome surprise, but I was definitely surprised by her nomination, but it's a welcome surprise, so the Hard Place is a great song. And also Norman Effing Rockwell by Lana Del Rey. I don't even think this was a single, but if it was, whatever. But this is a track that I feel like you didn't really hear unless you heard the album, so this was a surprise for me. But shout out to Lana Del Rey. My snubs in Song of the Year, there are a lot of snubs in Song of the Year for me. Definitely Halsey's Without Me. Halsey deserved to be in here. I'm mad she wasn't. Ariana Grande's Thank You Next. I have no idea how Ariana Grande got into Record of the Year for 7 Rings, but missed Song of the Year for Thank You Next. I have an idea as to maybe, I think the labels played it out so that they made room for some people, namely Taylor Swift or Lady Gaga, to maybe pull a potential win in this category. So that's why they probably, ousted Ariana Grande. But Ariana Grande should have been in here hands down, point blank period. Gary Clark Jr. for This Land, and 21 Savage and J. Cole with A Lot were also other snubs in this category to me. So yeah, I think this is gonna go to Truth Hurts by Lizzo. I'll be so happy to see it. But let me know if y'all think someone else is gonna take it down below. And also, even though none of these songs hit #1, don't sleep on Lady Gaga's Always Remember Us This Way, or even Taylor Swift's Lover as being potential spoiler winners in this category, especially because neither Lady Gaga or Taylor Swift have won Song of the Year, and they're kind of like, deserving of a win. So don't sleep on it. I don't think it'll happen, but don't sleep on both of those ladies in Song of the Year. So yeah. Alright, y'all, now we're on to Album of the Year, and this is the biggest category every year. This year is a really weird year, but let's go through it. Who I think will win Album of the Year? Definitely When We Fall Asleep, Where Do We Go by Billie Eilish, which was a solid album, one of the best albums that came out this year. The only reason I feel weird about it is because this is Billie Eilish's first Grammy year, and she's like 17. But the reason why I think she's gonna win is because honestly everything is aligned up for her to win. She has a genre album nomination. Her brother is nominated and probably winning Producer of the Year for his work on the album. It's the only work where he's nominated for Producer of the Year, and also it's the only Album of the Year nomination that's also nominated for Best Engineered Album. So that has me thinking that it's probably the album that has the most all-around love from the industry right now, and Album of the Year. So I think it'll win, even though, like I said, they don't often give artists Album of the Year on not only the first nomination, but also this is Billie Eilish's first year at the Grammys. So it's gonna be a rare feat to pull up. I think Billie will do it. Who I think should win this category, if it's not Billie Eilish, I would give it to either I Used to Know Her by her, or Thank You Next by Ariana Grande, hands down. Those are my two other favorite albums in this category. Solid R&B pop albums that were just done well by her and Ariana Grande. My spoilers in this category, definitely could be Thank You Next, but she has to, Billie has to take Billie Eilish out, which I don't think she'll do. Maybe potentially Best Pop Vocal Album, but not an Album of the Year, even though I'd give it to her. And also the alternative albums in this category, which is I by Bon Iver or Father of the Bride. The problem is that they're both splitting each other. They're both vote splitting in the alternative, group. But if one of them can kind of trump the other one, then I think one of them could be the dark horse winner, because we all know in Album of the Year they always have to give it to the most random pick. Every year they always give it to like the random alternative country pick instead of giving it to the most popular like pop, R&B, or hip hop albums that were in the category. So we know that trend exists, so it could continue this year with Father of the Bride by Vampire Weekend or I by Bon Iver. We'll see. My surprise in this category, definitely I Used to Know Her by her. Welcome surprise again. Her dominated the general field this year, which I did not see coming, but I love it because her's an amazing artist. But I'm trying to figure out how she finessed it this year again, but shout out to her. But her album is amazing, so I'm definitely not mad at Tear, one of my favorite projects of the year, so I'm glad she made it in with a solid R&B album that's just fire from head to toe. And also 7 by Lil Nas X, which I still think is one of the most trash nominations I've ever seen in Grammy history. The Grammys should be ashamed of themselves for nominating Lil Nas X's 7 EP. I like the EP is cool, but it's an EP first of all, and it literally got mixed reviews. It's literally one of the least well reviewed projects of the year from like a mainstream artist that really did well. So I don't understand how it got an album nomination when it's an EP that's filled with a bunch of random songs. That was really trash in my opinion. It's a disgrace to music that Lil Nas X took up a coveted album of the year spot from many other artists. But you know, this is the Grammys. Are we surprised? Speaking of my snubs in this category, Lady Gaga and Bradley Cooper with the Star is Born soundtrack. I wasn't shocked to see this not in here, but I thought they would definitely honor the album with at least a nomination. Gary Clark Jr. for This Land should have been in here. Anderson .Paak for Ventura would have been a cool nomination that I was rooting for, but it didn't happen, but it is what it is. The 1975 for A Brief Inquiry Into Online Relationships. I would have loved to see that here, but I'm not surprised it's not here. And lastly, the ultimate snub in this category for me was Tyler, the creator for Igor. Why the hell was Tyler the Creator not an album of the year? That was an egregious snub in my opinion. So yeah, man, that's album of the year. I think it's going to Billie Eilish, but let me know who y'all think is going to take it down below. Alright, y'all, now we're on to Best New Artist. So for Best New Artist, to me, I think who will win this category is going to be Billie Eilish. I think Billie Eilish is taking this. But who I think should win this category, as much as I love Billie Eilish, and I honestly would not mind going to her at all, because she, to me, I think she's going to have one of the most healthy careers of this new generation. So I wouldn't be mad for it going to her at all. But I would love for Lizzo to take this. I'm Team Lizzo. But I just feel like Lizzo had, to me, more of a fun year. I think Billie Eilish had more of a commercially successful year with her album, but Lizzo definitely had a better year with, I think, her songs and just her overall presence. So this is a toss-up for me. I'm cool with either of the ladies taking it, but I'm Team Lizzo. But I definitely see Billie Eilish taking it in the end. I think Billie Eilish has more overall support in the industry, so I think this will be hers to lose. But don't sleep on Lizzo. And my potential spoiler in this category, even though this will be trash as hell, Lil Nas X. He has a shot. He besides Billie and Lizzo, he's the biggest artist in this category. He's had the biggest year besides those other ladies, so it can happen, but I hope it doesn't, because Billie Eilish and Lizzo deserve it way more than Lil Nas X do at this point. My surprises in this category, definitely, I think, as we all agree, Black Pumas and Tank and the Bangas, and also Yola. The Black Pumas and Tank and the Bangas are two like R&B neo soul groups that I was happy to see, rapping for R&B. Even though I thought they would give the R&B slots to either Ari Lennox and or Summer Walker. So those are my snubs in this category for the R&B side of things. I was really hoping to see Ari Lennox or Summer Walker here. Summer Walker has a shot next year, but Ari Lennox really should have been nominated this year. So I'm very mad they snubbed Ari Lennox in Best New Artist, in my opinion. And go back to my surprises, Yola's like a black Americana country artist who I never heard of before, so I don't know her music like that, but I'm happy for her, and it's cool to see like a black country Americana singer really getting into Best Artist. Like, that's really dope. So I love to see that. Even though I don't know her music, but shout out to her. And going back to my other snubs in this category, besides Ari Lennox and Summer Walker, on the rap side, definitely YBN Cordae, DaBaby, and Megan Thee Stallion. Megan Thee Stallion, I'm not surprised she didn't show up here, because her music doesn't scream Grammy, so I'm not surprised she didn't make it. But I was pulling for her because she had a really great year. And in terms of people who should have been nominated, like at least one of these should have been nominated, YBN, Cordae, or DaBaby should have been nominated. I know DaBaby wasn't able to submit himself for some reason. I think it's some BS, but I think YBN definitely submitted himself and was a contention for a nomination, and he should have pulled one off, in my opinion. Especially since he got a lot of love in the rap categories. Like, why not just give him a Best New Artist nomination? But this is the Grammys, but yeah, man, I think it's gonna be Billie Eilish to take. But let me know if y'all are Team Billie or Team Lizzo or somebody else. Alright, y'all, now we're on to Best Pop Solo Performance. So I think will win this category. This is a hard category to predict, because to me this is a battle between Truth Hurts and Bad Guy. But in the end, I'm going with Truth Hurts by Lizzo for my winner in this category. Mostly because I think it's gonna actually win one of the general fields compared to Bad Guy, who I think Bad Guy will get shut down across the board in terms of wins this year. Because while Bad Guy's a vibe, it's a dope song, I don't see them giving it a Grammy for its vocals or for its songwriting. It should just a very, to me, a very middle of the road song. It's a great record. It's actually very game changing in terms of the way it was created, but I don't see them giving it a Grammy to really recognize like its performance or its songwriting. I think really what brought that song together was the production and the vibe. You know what I'm saying? So I don't really think that'll be honored with a Grammy in the general field or in the pop categories, but it could happen. If Truth Hurts doesn't win, it's gonna go to Bad Guy. But my spoiler in this category, if it's not Bad Guy, definitely Spirit by Beyonce. Don't sleep on Spirit by Beyonce. Lady Gaga just won this award last year for a random album track that not a lot of people really heard, that wasn't a hit at all. So, Spirit was barely a hit this year, so maybe they could follow that trend again this year for a song that was vocally amazing, but wasn't a hit, even though it was done by a veteran, big artist that everyone loves and knows. So that could happen to Beyonce this year, and I'd be cool with it because Spirit was definitely the best vocal performance out of this whole category, but it was the least successful song in this category this year. But that's my spoiler. My surprise in this category was also Spirit again. My snubs in this category, definitely Halsey's Without Me should have been in here. They did Halsey wrong this year. I'm hella mad about it. Halsey deserved better from the Grammys this year. Y'all was wrong for snubbing her across the board. She should have got at least one nomination between Song of the Year and Best Pop Solo Performance. She should have got at least one. So that was trash. And also Louis Capaldi, who got Song of the Year, but he didn't get land a nomination here. But he definitely should have been in here, in my opinion. So I think it's going to go Lizzo for Truth Hurts, but let me know who y'all think is taking it down below. Again, are y'all team Lizzo or y'all team Billie Eilish? Let me know down below. Alright y'all, now we're on to Best Pop Duo / Group Performance. To me, this is one of the easier categories to predict this year. I see this going to Old Town Road. Not only because I think it's winning Record of the Year, but also because I think even if Old Town Road doesn't win any general field categories, I still think it'll win Best Pop Duo Group Performance. It's one of the biggest songs of the year, one of the biggest songs in in music history. I just don't see it going home without a Grammy compared to Despacito. But Despacito was a whole Spanish song compared to Old Town Road, which I feel like is more of an accessible track for most Americans, so I think it'll actually win a Grammy. And if it's not, like I said, if it's not going to work Record of the Year, it'll definitely win here. And yeah, so I think it's going to go to Old Town Road. But who I think should win this category, in my personal opinion, don't kill me for everybody who thinks it's lightweight, but I love this song, and that's Senorita by Shawn Mendes and Camila Cabello. I love Senorita, so I will give it the Grammy in my opinion. It's my favorite song in the category. But let's see what happens. Spoilers in this category, definitely Post Malone and Sway Lee with Sunflower. They could definitely take it. One of the most consistent songs of the year. And also Sucker by Jonas Brothers. Even though Sucker doesn't have a general film nomination, it could still pull off a win here if they really want to give some love to the Jonas Brothers. But I don't see it happening, but it could happen. My surprise in this category, Ariana Grande and Social House's Boyfriend, a song that I love and I've been jamming out to since I heard it back in August. Great song, it's a jam, but a Grammy nomination? Nah, it's not worthy of that. I love Boyfriend, but it should not have been nominated for a Grammy. That was trash as hell in my opinion, because it took the spot of what I feel was my only snub in this category, and that's Sam Smith and Normani with Dancing with a Stranger. Dancing with a Stranger deserves a nomination in this category. It never had to win, but it deserves a nomination in this category. I don't know if they didn't want to maybe encourage the whole Fifth Harmony solo artist narrative competing against each other. Maybe they didn't want to do that this year, but Normani and Sam Smith deserve the nomination for their track. That's how I'm gonna say it. Point blank in the period. So I think this is gonna go to Old Town Road by Lil Nas X and Billy Ray Cyrus, but let me know who y'all think is taking it down below. Alright y'all, now on to Best Pop Vocal Album. So for Best Pop Vocal Album, who I think will win, I think it's pretty obvious. When We Fall Asleep, Where Do We Go by Billie Eilish, because I think it's definitely going to take Album of the Year as well, so to win Best Pop Vocal Album. But I think the winner should be, and there's a chance that Ariana Grande could take it for her album Thank You Next. There's a chance she could take it if they want to just give Billie Album of the Year and let someone else take Best Pop Album. Especially, it's hard because Ariana Grande just won this Grammy last year, but she has a better album in contention this year. So it's kind of funny. It's like, Thank You Next is better than Sweetener, but she's also dealing with Billie Eilish this year too. So it's kind of hard to call this one. But I think it'll go to Billie Eilish. But in my opinion, I would give it to Ariana Grande. Because I love Thank You Next so much, but I can't ignore Billie Eilish's album, so I'm torn. My spoiler in this category, I don't think it'll happen, but for some reason, if someone else were to win this category, I could see it being Taylor Swift for Lover. My surprises in this category, definitely The Lion King, The Gift by Beyonce and other artists. One of my favorite albums of the year, still to this day, hands down. The Lion King, The Gift was such a jam from head to toe. The album is fire. But the only thing is, it's not really a pop album. It's more of an R&B, hip hop, and Afrobeat album. So this is the only category where they could place it at the Grammy, so whatever. And I'm happy she got the nomination, but it's not really a pop album. So this is kind of a weird nomination. And also number 6 collaborations project by Ed Sheeran, one of the biggest pop albums of the year, and one of the biggest albums of the year, you know, hands down, period. But this album was so collaboration heavy that I'm surprised they gave it a nomination for an album for Ed Sheeran, when really this album was done by, like, half of this album was recorded, you know, with other artists in the mix. So I'm surprised he got the nomination, but I guess they want to give Ed Sheeran something for his big year, so it is what it is. My snubs in this category, the 1975 for a brief inquiry into online relationships, who I would have placed an alternative album, but I guess they had to be placed here. The Jonas Brothers for Happiness Begins wasn't a complete snub to me, but I thought they'd show up here because their album was kind of, you know, it was okay. Even though it's one of the biggest albums of the year. Lana Del Rey for Norman Effing Rockwell. I definitely thought she would land the nomination here if she did get album of the year, but I guess not. So that you know, that makes her album of the year chances really fuzzy to me. Pink for Hurts to Be Human. I enjoyed her album. I know her, you know, her album wasn't beloved by critics, but I really did enjoy Pink's album. So, and Pink has always been a consistent Grammy nominee, so I'm surprised they stumped her across the board this year. But I guess I'm not that surprised because her album did kind of come and go this year. But like I said, I enjoyed it. And lastly, Maggie Rogers for Heard It in a Past Life. I've not heard this album, but I know I've heard a lot of good things about it. And to go along with her Best New Artist nomination, I thought they'd give her something else, but like especially in mainly this category, but they didn't give it to her. So yeah, man, I think it's gonna go to Billie Eilish. But let me know if y'all think someone else is taking it down below. Are y'all team Billie Eilish or y'all team Ariana? I'm team Ariana in this fight, but let me know who y'all rooting for down below. Sound off down below. Alright, y'all, now we're on to Best R&B Performance. Let's get into the R&B categories. Let's do it. Alright, first up, Best R&B Performance. Who I think will win? Her and Bryson Tiller for Could Have Been. To me, it makes the most sense as the winner in this category. Who I think should win, though, definitely Daniel Caesar and Brandy for Love Again. That's my winner in this category. The best song, the best vocal performance in this category, the best groove, the best vibe in this category, but I don't think it has enough eyes and ears on it to win. But that's my winner in this category for sure, hands down. I'm crossing my fingers for Daniel Caesar and Brandy. But Daniel Caesar just won this award last year, but Brandy hasn't been a Grammy nominee since 2005, so you never know what could happen. But I'm pulling for both of them for this amazing song. My spoiler in this category, my spoilers are Rose Samo by Lucky Day, and also Come Home by Anderson .Paak and Andre 3000. I would have rather, actually I'll talk about that later. My surprise in this category, definitely Exactly How I Feel by Lizzo and Gucci Mane. Track that I enjoy, but it's probably the weakest track on her album, and to me was a stupid nomination, in my opinion. Shout out to Lizzo, shout out to Gucci Mane. I'm glad Gucci Mane's finally R&B, you know, finally Grammy nominated, but this was a really trash nomination in my opinion, for a really middle of the road song. My snubs in this category, a lot of snubs in this category. They did Khalid wrong by not nominating Talk. LMA I thought was gonna be here for Trip. PJ Morton and JoJo should have been in here for Say So. I'm really disappointed that I didn't see them here for that amazing vocal performance between the both of them. And also Ari Lennox and J. Cole for Shea Butter Baby. I'm not surprised Ari Lennox can get in here for Shea Butter Baby, but it would have been a nice nomination. So those are my snubs in this category. But my major snubs were Khalid and LMA for sure. And also PJ Morton and JoJo. So yeah, man, I think it's gonna go to Her and Bryson Tiller for Could Have Been. Even though I wanted to go to Brandy and Daniel Caesar. But let me know who y'all think is taking it down below. Alright, y'all, now we're on to Best Traditional R&B Performance. For those interested in this category, I have, for my winner, I have PJ Morton and Jasmine Sullivan for Built to Love winning this category. Who I think should win, definitely BJ the Chicago Kid for Time Today. That track is probably my favorite vocal performance in this whole category, and this to me like the best like song in this category. Well, I mean I said like, State Love is a great song too, but Time Today is just like to me like the best performance in this category, so it should win, but I don't think it will. My spoiler in this category, definitely Lizzo's Jerome, and also Steady Love by NDRE. Jerome, especially because she just performed at the AMAs. Even though I would have rather Lizzo went with another song, she did give it some attention at the AMAs, so that could translate to her snatching this category. And also, NDRE Steady Love has been a consistent song on, you know, R&B radio all year. So, it could pull a win. And I'll be happy for India.Arie to get this win because, you know, we give her another Grammy in her mantle and she deserves it. She's an amazing artist who hasn't gotten a Grammy in a while. And Steady Love is a great record, so I would love for India.Arie to take this. But I don't think it'll happen, but she could spoil. My surprise in this category was definitely Built for Love by Jazmine Sullivan and PJ Morton. I definitely didn't see them coming, but I'm not surprised because the Grammys have a hard-on for PJ Morton as of the past few years. But I want to be mad at them winning, and I think they will win because that'll finally give Jazmine Sullivan her long overdue Grammy. Oh my god, I was... Whoo! Jazmine Sullivan is one of the artists that I'm just so mad that to this day she still doesn't have a Grammy when she's literally one of the most talented artists in the music industry, like hands down, especially vocally. Oh my god. And her albums are always so consistent, but she's never been able to win a Grammy still to this day. And at the end of the day, it ain't shit because, you know, Snoop Dogg, all these mad artists don't have Grammys that should have them. But Jazmine Sullivan is one of those artists that when you hear that she don't have a Grammy, you be like, damn, even she don't have a Grammy? The way she be singing? So I'll be happy for Jazmine Sullivan to finally get her Grammy. I'll be happy for it. And my snubs in this category, Anderson .Paak and Smokey Robinson for Make It Better. I definitely thought they were going to be a lock in this category, so I don't know what happened with that. That was trash to me. But also would have been a great way to give Smokey Robinson another Grammy nomination, you know, in this period of his career where he's like, you know, he's the veteran who's been doing it for years and years. Just give him some love. Like, that should have happened. And it's also a great song, so I don't know what happened with that. And also Fantasia's Enough, I definitely thought would show up in here. And Raphael Sadiq's Something Keeps Calling, I definitely thought would show up in here as well. So those are my snubs in this category. So yeah, I think it's gonna go to Built for Love by PJ and Jazmine Sullivan. But let me know, you know, who y'all think is taking it down below. Alright, y'all, now on to Best R&B Song. This is a really interesting category this year. A lot of interesting things happen with this category. But who I think will win, Her Again with Could Have Been. It won't go to Bryson because he didn't help write it, which I like because Bryson barely contributed to the song in my opinion, but whatever. He'll get performance if they win that. But yeah, I think this will definitely go to Could Have Been, and I also think it should go to Could Have Been. I think Could Have Been is my favorite written song in this category in terms of the lyrics. It's definitely my favorite song in this category in terms of the lyrics. So I would give it to Could Have Been by Her. My spoiler in this category, as much as I don't want it to happen, there's a real chance that No Guidance by Chris Brown and Drake could take this category. Not because it's the best written song in this category, but because it's the biggest song in this category. You know, it was the biggest R&B song of the year, so the biggest R&B song of the year usually does tend to get a Grammy win. So not always, but usually does tend to happen. So I'm gonna look out for No Guidance, but I hope it does happen because No Guidance to me is a very average song. It's a bop, but it shouldn't win a Grammy. My surprise in this category, definitely Look at Me Now by Emily King. I was so surprised to see Emily King here, but I'm happy for her because she's someone that just always is under the radar. So I'm glad she got some love at the Grammys this year, even though I was really surprised by it. And also Rose Samo by Lucky Day, a great song, but I'm surprised they gave a song that's talking about rolling weed a Grammy nomination. But you know, it's really is a vibey ass record, so I'm not mad. I'm happy for Lucky Day. He completely deserves it. Rose Samo is a great song, so I'm glad he got the nomination, but I was really surprised by that. My snubs in Best R&B Song, again, Khalid with Talk. I definitely thought this was gonna be a lock, so I'm surprised by that. And LMA's Trip, I definitely thought this would be a lock as well. And also Beyonce, St. John, and Wizkid's Brown Skin Girl. That was a big snub. What the hell? It even won the Ashford and Simpson Songwriters Award at the Soul Train Awards, which is always like, that means that song will usually be a shoo-in for Best R&B Song, Grammy nomination. So I don't know what happened with that, but I feel like that was just an active way to snub Beyonce throughout all the R&B categories. She should have been in Best R&B Song for Brown Skin Girl. I don't know why that didn't happen. And also Jhené Aiko's Trigger Freestyle and Monica's Commitment. Those are other songs that I feel like really should have had a shot at Best R&B Song. But only 5 slots. So my winner for this category, like I said, I think it'll be Hers, Could Have Been, and I think it should be that song. But let me know, sound off below as to who y'all think is taking Best R&B Song. Alright, y'all, now we're on to the messiest category of the year, the one that doesn't make any sense to me, and that's Best Urban Contemporary Album. For my winner, obviously, Cause I Love You by Lizzo is the obvious winner for this category. They made this category so that Lizzo's going to take it no matter what. It's hers to lose. But who I think should win this category, actually, is Neo's Saturn. I talked about it before in my Grammy nomination prediction video. Saturn to me is one of my favorite urban contemporary albums that came out this past Grammy period. Such an amazing body of work, a masterpiece by Nail. She did her thing on that album. It's a great R&B album, great work of art. But Nail isn't known enough, so I don't think she could win this. But if I were to give it to anybody, I love you, Lizzo, but I would give it to Nail. My spoiler in this category, definitely Apollo 21 by Steve Lacy. Steve Lacy is a really big name in the industry, even though I don't think he's really known by the masses yet. So he could pull this off. But I don't think he's gonna trump Lizzo. This is Lizzo's to lose. My surprise in this category, definitely Overload by Georgia and Muldrow. I don't know her and I don't know the album, so I was definitely surprised by that, but shout out to her. Saturn by Nail, I was definitely surprised by that, but a welcome surprise. And also Being Human in Public by Jessie Reyes, an EP that I love, but I'm surprised it got an album nomination as an EP, when it's only like, I think it's only like 6-7 songs, and the EP is solid, but I thought they would have waited to give Jessie Reyes Grammy love when she started making her, on her debut album. But I guess they're like, no, fuck that, Jessie Reyes won't give you love now. And that's cool, because Jessie Reyes is an amazing artist, but I thought they would have held off for giving her an album nomination, not for her EP. But yeah, I guess it is what it is. My snubs in this category, definitely Solange's When I Get Home. Definitely thought would be in here. Khalid's Free Spirit, I thought was going to be a lock in here as one of the biggest urban contemporary albums of the year. I'm surprised they snubbed him in this category. I was shocked by that. Beyonce's Homecoming, the live album, I definitely thought would be in here. But I guess they, like I said, I think they made it. I think they made an active choice to snub Beyonce in all the Grammy and all the R&B categories this year. I'm not sure why. I think I do get why, because she could kill all these categories next year, but I still think she should have been here for Homecoming Live. A Gold Link by Diaspora as well. I definitely thought that was going to show up here. Gold Link's always a consistent Grammy nominee for the past few years, so I thought he would continue that trend this year, but nope. Jamila Woods for Legacy. I'm not totally surprised, because I think the album was done by artists that not a lot of people really know about yet, even in the industry. But I know I thought that would be on to a nomination. And lastly, Emily King for Scenery. That would have been a cool album to see here as well, but it didn't happen, even though they gave her Best R&B Song. So yeah, man, this is definitely Lizzo's to lose, but let me know who y'all think is gonna win Best Urban Contemporary Album down below. Alright, y'all, now on to my favorite category this year, Best R&B Album. This category is so exciting, one of my favorite categories of the year. It's a stacked category, but a lot of interesting things did happen. So for my winner of this category, it's definitely going to be Anderson .Paak's Ventura, a great album, and I definitely see it winning. But who I think should actually win, even though I love Ventura, who I would give the Grammy to, I give it to either Lucky Daye's Painted album or LMA's LMA. Those two albums to me are just so solid from head to toe, and just two of my favorite R&B projects in this category, and just two solid projects that I really feel like really just came through this year. So I would give it to either Lucky Daye or LMA in my opinion. My spoiler in this category is definitely PJ Morton's Paul. Like I said, the Grammys have a hard on for PJ Morton, so they could give it to him, even though Paul to me was an average album, not a bad album, but it was just an average album. But the Grammys love PJ Morton, so I'm not going to sleep on him in this category. My surprises, none in this category, no surprises in this category. Everybody that was nominated, I expected to be there. But my snubs in this category, definitely Ari Lennox. I'm so mad Ari Lennox couldn't get some love for Shea Butter Baby in this category. I thought she was going to be a lock in this category. Definitely not for a win, but at least for a nomination. But the Grammy said fuck Ari Lennox this year, which I'm so sad about, because I feel like she deserved to get some love. But not every artist can really pull it off when they need to. Raphael Sadiq's Jimmy Lee, I thought that would definitely be in here, because Raphael Sadiq is always a consistent Grammy nominee every time he comes out with music, but this year again they said F him. Hers, I Used to Know Her, it's an album of the year, but they couldn't get into Best R&B Album, so that makes her album of the year chances very fuzzy as well, like Lana Del Rey. Mariah Carey's Caution I thought would be onto a nomination, but I'm definitely not surprised they snubbed it, because Mariah Carey had a very quiet year. But I thought they might give some love, but they didn't. And also Kehlani's While We Wait, a mixtape, I definitely thought was going to land the nomination, but didn't do it. Because it was one of the biggest R&B albums of this year, really. Snow Allegra's Those Feels Again, I thought would be one of those like those low-key nominations they always give out every year for like an artist who's really like under the radar but put out a solid project. I thought that could be Snow Allegra this year, but nope, nothing for her. And also Sir's Chasing Summer, I thought would definitely be onto a nomination. But only 5 slots, like I said, only 5 slots. So this is a very tight category and one of the most exciting for me this year. But you know, it is what it is. So I have Anderson .Paak winning for Ventura, which will be a great win for me. But I will not sleep on, and I'm looking forward to hopefully either Lucky Day or LMA taking it. But let's see what happens. Who y'all think is winning it? Let me know down below. Alright, y'all, now on to the rap categories. First up, we're going to do Best Rap Performance. So my winner in this category is definitely going to be J. Cole's Middle Child. I definitely see it being the winner this year. Who I think should win, though, is definitely Down Bad by Dreamville, which is, you know, Earth Gang, Young Nudie, J.I.D., Boz, and J. Cole. Down Bad is a whole, like, vibe, and to me, it's an iconic moment. Not only for the album Revenge of the Dreamers 3, but also just for hip-hop in general. All those guys in that one track was just fire to me, so definitely should be the winner. But it was a song that kind of came and went on the charts this year, so I don't know if it'll win, but I'll give it the Grammy, you know, if I had the choice. My spoiler in this category, definitely Racks in the Middle by Nipsey Hussle, Roddy Ricch, and Hit Boy. Could definitely spoil. If they want to give Nipsey love besides Higher, they could definitely give him love and Best Rap Performance. So they can give him love here. I'm not gonna sleep on Nipsey Hussle in this category. My surprise in this category was also Racks in the Middle. I was surprised to see it here, but it makes sense that they want to give Nipsey as many nominations as they could this year, in his potentially last year to be able to be, you know, up for Grammy nominations. So I guess I'm not that surprised, and he deserves it definitely. My snubs in this category: 21 Savage and J. Cole with A Lot. Even though J. Cole did get nominated twice in this category, but 21 Savage, I would love to see him here. But I guess they didn't want to have J. Cole nominated 3 times in this category, which makes sense to me. Meek Mill and Drake for Going Bad. Definitely thought that would be in here. YBN Cordae and Anderson .Paak's R&P. To me, it wasn't a lock, but I was pulling for it because it's literally one of the best rap performances of the year. Having Anderson .Paak and YBN go back and forth on this old school, you know, hip hop flow over this like dope beat, and it's just a fun song. And also the Grammys love Anderson .Paak. I just thought they would give it love here, but nothing. And also City Girls for Act Up. I know, you know, don't sue me, but Act Up is a whole, like, it was a whole moment. So I would have given it love in Best Rap Performance or Best Rap Song. Yeah, so I think it's gonna go to Middle Child. I don't see J. Cole losing this, but if he were to lose, he could lose to Nipsey Hussle, which I'd be cool with. But let me know who y'all think is gonna take Best Rap Performance down below. Alright, y'all, Best Rap Song Performance. So this is an interesting category this year. My winner is definitely Higher by DJ Khaled, Nipsey Hussle, and John Legend. I don't see anybody else winning this category. I think this will be the Grammy they give to honor Nipsey Hussle's legacy, and also it's a great song. And the Grammys love John Legend. He's a Grammy darling, so they'll have no problem giving John Legend another Grammy. Unfortunately, DJ Khaled will not be a Grammy winner. But whatever, DJ Khaled's put in work, so I'm not mad at him being a Grammy winner. He's been putting in work, even though as an executive, not as an artist, as an executive. So it is what it is, whatever. And who I think should win? Higher. My spoiler in this category, I would hate to see it happen, but I could see a reality where Lil Nas X's Panini wins. I think that'll be trash as hell, but I could see it happening. Panini is one of the biggest songs of the year in rap, and the Grammys, if Lil Nas X becomes this narrative for the Grammys where he overperforms, this could be a category that he easily takes, which would be trash, but it could happen, but I hope it doesn't. My surprises in this category, again, Panini and Ballin' by DJ Mustard and Roddy Ricch. But I was happy to see that song because that song's actually, it's a banger. I didn't think it was gonna be onto a nomination, but it's a banger, so I'm happy for Mustard and Roddy Ricch. Definitely a dope song. My snubs in this category, Post Malone's Wow definitely should have been in here, hands down. Gold Link and Tyler Creators and Jay Prince's You Say, I would have loved to see that in here, even though it wasn't a hit. To me, it should have been a song that wasn't a hit that's in this category. Beyonce, Jay-Z, and Childish Gambino's Mood Forever, another song that wasn't a big hit that I feel like still should have been here for its performance. Beyonce on her singing shit and rapping shit too. Jay-Z on his rapping shit. Childish Gambino's little dope interlude. That track was just everything. I feel like it should have been nominated in this category. So that was a big snub in my opinion. And lastly, Meek Mill and LMA's 24/7. I'm not surprised they snubbed it, but it would have been a nice inclusion on this list. So yeah, man, this is definitely going to Higher for me. This will be the way to cement Nipsey's legacy. I think I'd rather him win for Higher than Racks in the Middle. But let me know what y'all think down below. Alright, y'all, now on to Best Rap Song. So this one's pretty much locked up to me. I see the winner of this category, who I think should win this category as well, being 21 Savage and J. Cole's A Lot. A Lot to me is one of my favorite rap songs of the year, and just of the decade in general. The way it was written, the way it was performed, J. Cole and 21 Savage snapped on a record. And so it's a timeless, dope, fresh hip-hop record that definitely should deserve to win Best Rap Song. To me, I think it has it locked up. But potential spoilers could be Gold Roses by Rick Ross and Drake. Rick Ross still doesn't have a Grammy, and Gold Roses is a really dope song that kind of came out of nowhere for me in this category, but I could see it potentially spoiling. And also, again, Racks in the Middle by Nipsey Hussle could definitely win here as well. I think they'd rather give it performance than song, and that way, and J. Cole could still win this category if he loses Best Rap Performance. So I think if anything, he has a better chance of winning Best Rap Performance, but he could win here as well. So don't count Nipsey Hussle out. My surprises in this category, definitely YBN Cordae and Chance the Rapper is Bad Idea. Great song, but I'm definitely surprised it showed up here, especially because I feel like R&P was a song off the album that deserved more attention from the Grammys, but it is what it is. Gold Roses by Rick Ross, like I said, and Racks in the Middle again. Surprises, but definitely deserving. And my snubs in this category, Post Malone's Wow again, City Girls with Act Up again. It was a moment, deserved the Best Rap Song nomination. The way that song's written, shout out to Lil Yachty, classic, come on, man. And Lil Baby and Gunna's Drip Too Hard, which is another really dope song in terms of the way it's written and constructed. So I would have loved to see Drip Too Hard in Best Rap Song, but it is what it is, only 5 slots. So I think this is gonna go to A Lot. I don't see any of the song winning, but let me know who y'all think is taking it and sound off down below. Alright, y'all, now on to Best Rap Album. So for Best Rap Album, this is a really easy category to work through. I have my winner being obviously Igor by Tyler the Creator. Even though it's the least like rapish album in this category, so it's kind of weird. It'll be a weird win because it's more, to me, I feel like Igor's more of a, I really feel like it should have been placed in an urban contemporary album and it should have competed with Lizzo. But he's a rap artist, so I feel like they had to put him in Best Rap Album. But I still think it'll win Best Rap Album, and it'll be deserving because it's an amazing project, even though it's not really a rap album. But if for that reason they want to give it to a rap album, I can see them giving it to, and this is who I think should win, and that's Revenge of the Dreamers 3 by Dreamville. That's that'll be the album I give it to. Even though I love Igor, in terms of rap, I give it to Revenge of the Dreamers 3. But there were like a million artists on the album, so it will be a bittersweet win if that album won, because it will really go to Dreamville as a collecting instead of like a certain artist, so that'll make it a weird win. My spoilers in this category, definitely Championships by Meek Mill and I Am Greater Than I Was by 21 Savage. I don't see either winning, but if there were to be a spoiler besides Igor or Revenge of the Dreamers 3, if there were to be a spoiler for the win, I could see it being Meek Mill or 21 Savage. No surprises in this category at all. No surprises at all. Just like best R&B album, no surprises. And my snubs in this category, Rhapsody's Eve. Grammys, come on, y'all. That was a missed opportunity. Why didn't y'all give love to Rhapsody, man? I'm happy for YBN Cordae. I feel like he took Rhapsody's spot. But also, YBN Cordae is mad young. He has plenty more time to rack up Grammy nominations for Best Rap Album, where I feel like Rhapsody is a lot older. And also, she gave us a masterpiece with Eve, which I feel like you could argue is just as good, if not better, than Layla's Wisdom. So that was a missed opportunity to me. Rhapsody deserved the nomination for her album Eve, one of the best hip-hop albums of the year, period. But Rhapsody's one of those artists where I can't expect her to land the nomination because she's not really a widespread artist, but man, she deserved it. So I was disappointed to see that snub. And also 2 Chainz for Rap or Go to the League. That also deserved the nomination, but only 5 slots, so I'm not surprised he didn't get in, but that song was on the bubble. And also Freddie Gibbs and Madlib's Bandana album was another album that I'm not surprised got snubbed, because it's a real gritty hip-hop album, and the Grammys really like to stay away from like the grittier albums unless you're like a Kendrick or something like that. But that album was definitely deserving of a nomination as well. So those are my snubs. So I think it's gonna go to Igor, but I could also see Revenge of the Dreamers 3 making a case for a win as well. But sound off below and let me know who y'all think is taking Best Rap Album. Are y'all team Tyler Creator or team Dreamville, or maybe somebody else? Let me know down below. Alright, y'all, real quick, we're gonna do best music video. So I have my winner in this category being Old Town Road by Lil Nas X and Billy Ray Cyrus. It's the biggest song in the category. You know, it won a lot of VMAs. So I just see it being the winner. But who I think should win, definitely This Land by Gary Clark Jr. or Cellophane by FKA Twigs, either one. I'm torn on who I think should win. I'm kind of torn. I feel like I appreciate each video for different reasons. I appreciate the political factor of Gary Clark Jr.'s video, but I also appreciate the beauty and the concept of FKA Twigs' video, so I'm kind of torn. But I'll give it to either one of those for the winner. And my spoilers are also one of those videos as well. My surprises in this category, we've got To Try by the Chemical Brothers. Interesting video, but I think to me it shouldn't have been nominated. It was a really cool video, but it was just like, oh, a dog goes to space and he like, whatever. Glad He's Gone by Tovlo, that was a welcome surprise. I actually watched the video after it was nominated. That's a really cool video, really dope concept, really dope visuals, really cool video. So I'm cool to see that here, really cool video. Shout out to Tovlo. And my snubs in this category, Benny Blanco, Calvin Harris, and Miguel's I Found You / Nilda Story. Definitely should have been in here. That should have been another song with the really dope political, social justice message that I really feel like should have been broadcasted. That video is really talking about immigration and xenophobia. A great video that should have gotten some love, but it didn't. Beyonce's Spirit, I definitely thought would show up in here, but it didn't. Ariana Grande's Thank You Next, not a major snub, but I thought it would show up in here because of how big it was. Solange's Almeida, I thought could show up in here, but it didn't. 21 Savage and J. Cole's A Lot deserved the nomination for that amazing video. And also Tierra Whack's Unemployed definitely deserved the nomination as well. So those are all my snubs, but only 5 slots. So I think it's going to go to Old Town Road, but I think it should go to This Land or Cellophane. But let me know who y'all think is taking Best Music Video down below. Alright, y'all, last category I'm going to talk about, and that's Producer of the Year. So I think this is very easy to work through as well. I have my winner as Phineas, Billie Eilish's brother, who produced her entire album. I think that man has an amazing future in production. He's beyond talented. He has a future in production. Whew, that man can produce. And I also think he should win as well. My spoiler in this category, if for some reason it doesn't go to Phineas, I see Jack Antonoff taking this for his work on Taylor Swift's album, Lana Del Rey's album, and I think some other albums as well. My surprise in this category was John Hill. I know he's been an acclaimed producer who's produced a lot of stuff, but I didn't have his name in my mind. So he was my surprise, but it makes sense. And my snubs in Producer of the Year, Benny Blanco, Louis Bell, Frank Dukes, Dave Cobb, and Max Martin and Ilya. Only 5 slots, but I expect to see some of those names there. It's mainly Benny Blanco and Louis Bell, Frank Dukes, and Dave Cobb. Mostly those guys. But yeah, man, so like I said, I think it's going to go to Phineas. But I'm not going to sleep on Jack Antonoff. But for those who are interested, let me know who y'all think is taking Producer of the Year down below. Alright, y'all, so I gave y'all all my predictions in all the main categories. Now I'm going to just run through some of my random thoughts about the nominations this year real quick. Let me look at my notes. So I was just thinking about, random thoughts I had looking through all the nominations this year. In terms of snubs, man, there were no nominations this year for Halsey, Goldlink, Solange, Raphael Sadiq, Kehlani, Ari Lennox, Mariah Carey, Sam Smith, and Normani. So those are artists who got stumped across the board this year that I was really upset about. Alright, like I already told y'all in all the categories where I thought they were stumped in. In R&B, there were no nominations for Khalid and Beyonce, which I was very surprised by. And rap, there were no nominations for Post Malone, which I was very surprised by. So those were my genre snub surprises for me. In the general field, I think it's really dope that we have 2 R&B records in Record of the Year, which is Khalid's Talk and hers Hard Place. So that's really dope to have 2 R&B records in Record of the Year. So I really appreciate that. I was very surprised by hers general field domination, but it's so deserved. She got 5 nominations last year and 5 nominations this year back to back, which is crazy. So shout out to her. Like I said before, I don't know how Ariana Grande missed Song of the Year for Thank You Next, but got Record of the Year for 7 Rings. Don't understand that, but what is what it is. I didn't see Beyonce's overperformance in the pop categories coming, but it makes sense. They snubbed her across the board in R&B, but gave her a lot of pop nominations that I was very surprised by. Didn't see it coming, but it makes sense. This might be the first year where we have 2 black winners win pop Grammys. We could have Lizzo win Best Pop Solo Performance, and we could have Lil Nas X win Best Pop Duo, which would be, I think that'll be the first time we have 2 black artists winning pop categories in the same year. So that'll be dope to see. I'm hoping that happens. It'll be dope. Let's see. I'm surprised Anderson .Paak couldn't pull off an Album of the Year nomination. I wanted to mention that. And I'm also surprised he couldn't pull off a nomination for Make It Better, like I said before, with his track with Smokey Robinson. I definitely thought that was going to be locked for a nomination, but, you know, it is what it is. I'm happy for Lucky Day in the R&B categories. Shout out to Lucky Day, man. 4 nominations. 4 nominations. Oh, my God. Shout out to Lucky Day, man. I'm so happy for you, bro. So happy for you. Let's see. I'm surprised a lot didn't get to Best Rap Performance, like I said, but maybe they didn't want to have J. Cole nominated 3 times. I'm glad Dreamville got some love and for Down Bad and the album. I thought Dreamville would get snubbed across the board, but I'm glad they got love in 2 categories, which is dope. Let's see. I definitely see the Academy making a point to make sure that Nipsey also walks away with the posthumous Grammy this year. It's going to be either in Best Rap Song Performance or Best Rap Performance. Potentially Best Rap Song, but they're going to make sure he gets at least 1, which I'll be happy for. But it's also trash that the Grammys couldn't have acknowledged Nipsey while he was still alive with the win. But the Grammys are always too late all the time with a lot of artists. Let's not forget that Bob Marley never got a Grammy, and that till this day, Snoop Dogg and Nas and Katy Perry all don't have, and Nicki Minaj all don't have Grammys. So, you know, due to features, there were a lot of coattail nominations this year, namely Roddy Ricch and Gucci Mane and Bryson Tiller. If those features got them nominations that maybe weren't so warranted in my opinion, I'm cool. Roddy Ricch's nominations, his were deserved, but Gucci Mane and Bryson Tiller's nominations to me were not deserved in R&B. And both of them were in Best R&B Performance. Not deserved in my opinion, but they were featured on songs that got the love. I didn't see Roddy Ricch's, domination coming this year in rap categories, but it's definitely deserved. Roddy Ricch, I could see definitely being for this upcoming generation, like that secret sauce on hooks for a lot of songs that just hit, like a lot of songs that just become like #1 records. Like I can see Roddy Ricch being the go-to guy for hooks for this generation. Like his voice is perfect for rap hooks. Like he just has a voice that just works. So I can see him being a silent killer on features, for this upcoming decade. I can see it. Roddy Ricch has a promising future ahead of him. His voice is golden. Even though his content to me is not that special, his voice and his tone is dope. So I'm gonna look out for him. Let's see. Yeah, because he was the MVP on all those records that he was on, low key. He was the MVP on those records. The snub for Igor and Album of the Year, while simultaneously having 7 in there, to me is a disgrace to music. Tyler, the Creator, gave y'all an Album of the Year Beatty album on a plate, and the Grammys said, but y'all gave 7 a nomination. Disgrace to music. Disgrace. Shame, Academy. Shame on y'all. Shame. I can't get over that. Shame. I'm surprised by how much love YBN Cordae got, but it definitely is deserved, and my guy killed it this year with this album and with his features. So shout out to YBN Cordae. I'm happy for him. I wish he could have gotten into Best New Artist. That was the bittersweet part about it, but at least he did get 2 nominations. So shout out to YBN Cordae. You definitely deserve it, bro. I'm happy that I'm rooting for Coffee in Best Reggae Album with her Rapture EP. I'm so happy for Coffee. Shout out to you, Coffee. Coffee got me like a rapture. I fucking love Coffee, man. I'm happy for her. And other, worldwide albums, I want to give a shout out to Burnout Boy. Shout out to my guy, Burnout Boy, one of my favorite artists from the continent of Africa right now. Burna Boy is just repping my people so well. I love his music. He's amazing. His album African Giant, one of the most fire projects that came out this year. If you haven't heard it, go hear it. And it was nominated for Best World Music Album, which I'm so happy for, and it so deserves it. Shout out to Burna Boy. I hope he wins. So shout out to Burna Boy. I have to give him some love. And yeah, man, last note, there were a few EPs that were nominated for album categories this year. Like I said, Lil Nas X's 7 EP, Jesse Reyes' Being Human in Public. So I always think it's kind of weird when an EP is nominated for an album Grammy, because I feel like it's not fair. It's kind of taking up a precious slot from a person who actually released an album. So maybe they should come up with like a Best EP Grammy. I don't know if what y'all think about that, but I feel like that could be a cool idea to kind of offset like people who get nominated for album Grammys with like 5, 6, 7 songs. I feel like it's not fair. So let me know what y'all think about that. But maybe they should create a best EP Grammy. That could be an idea. Alright, y'all, so those are all my predictions for the 2020 Grammys. Let's see what happens when they go down on January 26, 2020. But for now, y'all, let's, just give me your thoughts about my predictions. Let me know what y'all thinking. Let me know who y'all rooting for. Let me know who y'all think is taking all these Grammys home, come January. And yeah, man, let's get a conversation started down below in the comments, okay? Appreciate y'all. If you haven't already, don't forget to like this video. If you watched the whole thing, you enjoyed it, click that like button, share this video, and subscribe to your boy's channel, okay? Appreciate y'all. And like I always say, guys, live your best life, drink more water, stay woke, and if you're mad or sad, go listen to your favorite song and make you feel better, okay? Go listen to your favorite song. Alright, y'all, but this is me, your boy Bright, the R&B Kid. Thank you for watching, but for now, I'm signing off, baby. Bye, y'all. Peace.
I came to vibe, you came to function, just do that, baby. Don't worry about nothing, no. I came to vibe, you came to function, just do that, baby. Don't worry about nothing, no. Relax just a little bit. You don't gotta worry, you can just have fun.